waiting for you. You have come at the perfect time. The winds of change are upon us, and it's fall equinox around the corner. And you know what happens after that? It's the season of the dead. You're here for the perfect time, so come on. Hello, hello, hello. Crossroads witches and other interesting magical beings. How are all of you out there? I hope this video finds you well. Today we're going to be talking about when is the right time to stand under a full moon. When do I celebrate the Sabbats, the equinoxes, the solstices, all of this? Is there a real day, a right day, the best day, the most magical day? All right? And I want to talk about when is your personal full moon and what color is it? Can y'all see the colors? I got me a fun toy, but it got me thinking about, this is my full moon. This is my full moon. All right, witch? And that's what you need to think. It's your full moon. Does the first night of the full moon make sense? The second night? The third night? All right? What are the other witches doing? I know, we're always interested about what we're each doing. Well, sometimes it is very important that it's on an exact date. Other times, flexible. It just depends. Real life is what happens, witch. All right? There are times like where, Mabon's on Wednesday. And we're like, oh, we can't get together till Saturday. And everybody's like, sure, that works for us. So that's when we will do, or that's when we will do Mabon, depending on when you see this video. And then other times, it's very, very important. Like on Samhain, October 31st. It's very important for us to be in sacred space, in ritual, around that bonfire on that night. All right? Some dates flexible, some dates not so much. And you just heard what I said, within our tradition, within this group. So understand that it depends on what works best for a group. And if you're a solitaire, I want y'all to write your calendar down, your 6-month calendar. We do ours light half, dark half of the year. For us, the dark half is June 21st is when that starts. So a couple of weeks before that, we'll get together and go through the calendar, look at our own personal calendars, figure out what nights, if we have some working or something particular that we want to do, how to work that in, and we'll do a 6-month calendar up. I found going any longer than that, it just doesn't work. And I've also found if I set a calendar during the light half, that it seems to work, and then I shift over and I sit in a calendar for the dark half. It works well for me. I'm not saying this is how you do it. All right? Find a way, even if it's 3 or 4 months, but look at your calendar. What full moons are important? What new moons? What dark moons? All right? Are there any Sabbats, any of the equinoxes, solstices, which are very important to you? And how do you want to celebrate it? Again, is it the exact day? Or are we going to be a couple of days? We're all living in the real world, which, I've had times where my life's been so hectic, like 5 days later, I'm like, oh my God, there was a full moon and I missed it. And I'll come in here, sit down, give me a couple of minutes and be like, and here is to the full moon that was last cycle, It happens with you new folks, you novices. The biggest thing I'm going to say to you, lower your expectation of self. You are not a bad witch if you miss a full moon. I guarantee that, all right? And also on the full moons, like I said, is it the first night, the second night, the third night? Typically you have about 3 days. Sometimes as short as 2, sometimes as long as 4. Just depends on the cycle, all right? And like I said, sometimes your life's hectic. You don't get to it. It's okay, witch. The coolest thing about this is, guess what? one comes next month, you can try again. All right? It's not that big of a deal, you know? But again, your calendar, sit it out. Your full moon, sit out what equinox is solstice. If you have feast days, god and goddess days, if you have saint days, you may have other days that are important in your personal calendar. And set those dates out, put them where they're realistic for you, and then that way you can put your reminders and do your thing, you know? But do not feel like you have to do it on the exact time every time. Which, unless you are out there doing some magician, high magic stuff, all right, I think those are the people that do that. When we're in folk magic, when we are in natural magic, it is about tuning into nature and also tuning into ourselves, all right? And what night feels right for you? When is the most powerful night to stand under a full moon? It's the night that you stand under it. All right? The magic is all within you, witch. Remember what Mother Nature shows us. She is perfectly imperfect. Okay? And that's what we strive for. We strive to do our best with what we have and what we know in this moment. So, cut yourself a break. You're a good witch. I promise you, I will give you a gold star. All right? Y'all are doing so good. I hear the comments, and I've gotten a chance to meet many of you folks. And y'all are just magical. You are just magical people. I need you to look in the mirror and to see that magic. All right? Now, I'm going to end this video with telling you the House of Witchcraft has put out its guide to Mabon. I love these guides. I have been having so much fun with them and using them. These are actual things that we are doing in the House of Witchcraft at the cottage global group. I've got, 3 different covens. All right. So we tell you what is all in here, and of course, it's going to be about Mabon/fall equinox, correspondences, ways to celebrate, and I love that we have in there about different decorating ideas for your altar, writing prompts. You know, I'm big on those prompts, witches. Please, it helps keep your energy, your headspace. Take the time, even if you don't write it down, just read the question and think about it. That counts, all right? Of course, we have crafts, ritual spells, activities, recipes, and my favorite section, the cocktail section, and the tarot spread, and then Miss Autumn's coloring page. And I have really, where's it at? Here it is. Here's Miss Autumn's coloring page. I've been enjoying these coloring pages. I don't consider myself a coloring witch, per se. I like to take one color and just sit here and almost mindlessly, mindfully, meditatively. It is a very mindful exercise for me for a couple of minutes, and I find that it lets creativity flow, and it is, for me, a way to meditate, all right? And so even if you're not a coloring witch, these really do relieve a little bit of stress, help shift your headspace. But I wanted to give these a shout out. You can go find them at houseofwitchcraft.com. All right, they have got all sorts of amazing things in them. And with that said, I want you all to go out there and do you, boo. You are the magic. All right? Now get out there, fly those brooms, have a bright, blessed day. And as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and H.o.W.